Okay, welcome boxing fans. We're back for another show, Zabtyson boxing show here, talking about the fights from just last night, Saturday, April 16th. Had a great fight last night between Andre Berto and Berto-Ortiz. Definitely the best opponent for each one of them that either one of them has faced so far. I actually did pick Berto to knock Ortiz out in the 9th round. I had absolutely no preference of either one of them winning. I like both of them equally. Like both fighters a lot. I did not really care who won because I was going to be happy with any result, with whoever won. I did pick Berto to win though. Thought he would win. Just based on his speed and power and his explosiveness just out of nowhere, how he throws punches sometimes, and just all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, Ortiz put on the best performance of his career, just a back and forth fight. I did have Ortiz clearly winning about 8 rounds to 4. I mean, there were 4 knockdowns in the fight total, just an unbelievable fight. First 6 rounds were absolutely just great, just unbelievable. From 7 to 12, I mean, they kind of backed off a little bit. They were obviously both pretty tired, it seemed like, but Ortiz knocked Berto down in the very first round, short right uppercut right on the inside, and really had him hurt. Or Berto I don't think he ever really recovered from that. But then Berto knocked Ortiz down in the 2nd round, just a little flash knockdown. I mean, it was, well, not a flash knockdown. I mean, it was a knockdown. Ortiz's glove touched the canvas, and Berto got him with a good straight right that put him down, or overhand right, I believe. And then in the, I think it was the 6th round, Berto knocked Ortiz down with a monstrous right hand. I mean, just the way Ortiz's neck snapped back and everything. Looked like it was definitely going to be over. Had him hurt. After that, looked like Ortiz might be ready to go and get knocked out. But then Ortiz comes back with 2 left hooks when Berto's kind of bending down just out of nowhere, and puts Berto down later on in the round, towards the very end of the round. That's definitely probably the round of the year. And if Morales-Maidana hadn't happened the week before, this would probably definitely be the fight of the year so far. And it's a close second for sure, behind Morales-Maidana, I think. But anyway, just great fight from both fighters. Berto did look a little sluggish last night, but I think that was because Ortiz just caught him early, and he just never really recovered. So, I mean, a rematch, if they want to have a rematch, I have no arguments with that. They probably won't do that right at this second, probably, but we'll see. I mean, that'll be interesting to see if Berto can capitalize on his mistakes and come back from the loss, his first loss of his career. And Ortiz really proved a lot of people wrong. People said he had no heart and everything. Well, he showed that that was not true at all last night. Just a great performance, and he won the fight. I think 115, 110 was one of the scorecards, something like that. I mean, like I say, I think I had it 8-4, so 116, 112. Then of course you take 2 points away from both of them because they both got knocked down twice. So that would be 114, 110. So I mean, 115, 110, not out of the question. I think that was one of the scorecards. Actually, I don't know how they got that score, but anyway, definitely Ortiz won the fight. So good decision by the judges for once. But anyway, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, looked like the 147, him moving up to 147 helped his power, helped his moving around ability. Had just helped him. He felt more comfortable at it. It looked like he felt more comfortable at the weight. So if you haven't seen that fight, definitely check that out on one of the replays on HBO, or download it from the computer, or whatever. But you got to see that fight. Anyway, Juan Manuel Lopez, very shocking upset last night. He lost to Orlando-Salido, just a journeyman fighter, tough, rugged fighter. I thought the stoppage was early. I do not agree with the stoppage at all. Lopez did get hurt with a right hand in the 5th round, I believe it was, put him down hard, and he, he was looking very hurt and looked like he might get knocked out. But he rebounded like he has before, and he came back, landed some good shots. Never really hurt Salido really that much. He landed a few effective punches on him after that. The thing is, when it was stopped in the 8th round, the referee was looking like he was going to stop it about 30 seconds before it was stopped, and even then I was like, he shouldn't be that ready to jump in right about yet. I mean, Lopez was still throwing back, fighting back, and he wasn't really being hurt that much at that time. And it would be different if Salido was up like 6 rounds to 1 or 7 to nothing or something, and Lopez had just been taking a beating and didn't really do anything up until that point in the fight. But I mean, I had it 4-3, I believe, after the 7th, going into the 8th. So Lopez was still ahead by 1 round. Of course, that would have been an even fight with the knockdown that Salido got against him in the 5th, that he got against Lopez, I should say. But just that was a back and forth fight, good fight. Hate to see a guy get his first loss that way, for sure. I don't think the stoppage should have happened. Lopez landed a punch right before it was stopped. That was the last punch that landed, I believe, and even if it didn't land, he threw it, and he wasn't really hurt with the left hook that Salido landed. I mean, he did back up, but he had been doing that throughout the fight. I think it was an early stoppage, bad stoppage. Hopefully they do get a rematch. Of course, the main problem with this is that really ruins the Gamboa Lopez showdown for right now. We'll have to see what happens. Of course, many people are going to think Gamboa really destroys Lopez now. I think he would fight a more cautious fight, of course, against Gamboa, and I see some flaws in Gamboa. I think Gamboa would win, but I wouldn't be surprised with either outcome in that Lopez-Gamboa fight. Lopez technically better, just as far as technicality goes. He has the better technical skills. Gamboa, clearly the superior athlete, definitely more athletic and everything, just able to throw punches just out of nowhere from odd angles. Just crazy how he throws his punches, and it's very effective, of course. But I see some things in Gamboa that Lopez could exploit and maybe could help him get the win. But you never know. That's definitely one of the super fights to be made even now, because I don't really think Lopez should have gotten that loss. It's hard to say what would have happened. I mean, he could have got knocked out later on in the fight, could have lost by decision. It was a very close fight, so I think a rematch is in order at the very worst for Lopez and Salido. Okay, and on the HBO card also we had Amir Khan fighting an absolute no-name Paul McCloskey. Kind of tried to move around like Nassim Hamed used to. He would kind of just move his head up in the air, just crazy ways, and Khan would come in. Khan did the right thing by throwing 3 and 4 punches at a time. Each time he threw, that was what he did, because he knew probably that the guy was going to be moving all crazy like that. So he had a good performance. It was a technical decision. There was a headbutt in the 6th round, so they went to the cards, and Khan was, of course, ahead. He had won every round. He did knock him down once in that round also. So good performance from Khan overall. Now he will, looks like he will be fighting Timothy Bradley on July the 23rd. And I picked Khan in that fight. He's got the long reach, taller than Bradley. Should just be able to stick on the outside, use his jab, use his straight right. I mean, he should just be able to outbox him. Don't really see him knocking Bradley out. Bradley is tough. I have underestimated Bradley in pretty much all of his fights, so would not be surprised if he came up with the win at all. But I picked Junior Wooder against him, picked Nate Campbell against him, Lamont Peterson. Just everybody. I didn't really pick against him with the Devin Alexander fight. I thought that was kind of a toss-up fight. I couldn't really bring myself to make a prediction on that one. But just all of Bradley's fights I have picked against him. Picked Kendall Holt to beat him also, and of course Bradley did beat all those guys clearly. And so we'll have to see. I favor Khan in that fight. Should be very interesting. That's probably going to be July 23rd, it looks like. So that's a fight to look forward to. I think Khan just has the better athleticism, can move in and out better. Just go in, throw 3 and 4 punches, be gone before Bradley, you know, is able to really throw anything back or land anything. So we'll have to see, and that covers the fights from this weekend. And next show will be my predictions on the bantamweight tournament finals coming up April 23rd. Thank you for watching.